Morning guys, it is Monday and the next 2 days we're in for 30+ degree heat, so yeah, it's going to be pretty challenging, but we've got a pretty cool job coming up today and tomorrow actually. So let me flip you around and show you today's job. There we go. Today's job, we've got this stunning cedar to take some end weight off on this overextended limb and some end weight off over the roof where they're putting the scaffolding up, and then we're actually going to cable brace this overextended limb probably from there and maybe there, depending how much bracing we've got, and chase it back up to the main stem. So yeah, we're looking forward to this one. Working in Roehampton for Roehampton University, where I've actually done quite a lot of tree work previously, but haven't done for a couple of years, so it's actually nice to be back here and to do some more tree work for them on this absolutely stunning but pretty unhealthy cedar. She's had quite a large tear out there. The canopy is pretty sparse as well, so it is going into decline unfortunately. So yeah, we'll be as sympathetic as we can, we'll take care of it, we'll look after it and hopefully help them retain it just for a few more years, because the tree's as old as the building. So yeah, be sad to see it go, so we're going to do what we can to look after it. So yeah, hopefully we'll get a good bit of footage and you'll see what we're up to. So we are bracing this cedar. We've got to brace this south limb that's quite overextended. So we're going to do 2 lots of bracing from up here, one here and then one slightly higher up. So we've already put our spacer in, run that through the inside, we've put our sheath on, we've done our splice, and we've got our excess loop for expansion, and then we've got our dated sleeve on the end ready for when it gets inspected. So yeah, we've done this side, we're now going to hop over and go do the other side. Going to do one like that in. So I've just hopped back in the Mupe, that one's done. It's pretty set, we can adjust it if we need to. We're just putting the shock absorber in this side, and then we're going to tension it up just a little bit, ready to go on that limb. We're not putting it in super tight because we want to be able to monitor any movement down there, and if this is really tight we're not going to be able to see that. So yeah, we're not going really tight on it. So yeah, one shock absorber here, one there, and then we'll repeat the process over there back up to that point. So that's our brace in. Now we can slacken off, and she's in, and we're not putting them in mega tight. We don't want them to become reliant, so we're putting it in just like that. Leave that in a second. I want to just take a picture.
Put it tighter, yeah.
A little bit tighter. Okay, so that is all the bracing finished, dated, all the splices done. Just got to get the 2 climb lines out. There we go, so basically like a triangle effect back to this main stem, just to give this a bit of support.
Systems go. City boys are in. We're just having a juggle round of vehicles and trucks. It's a bit tight getting in there, and then we've got to somehow get the Mog and Grizzly in, but we will see how we go. So that's the crane all rigged, pads out, booms up, ready to go. The boys are just kitting up, getting everything ready, and then they will be getting lifted into the top of that oak tree. The boys are just getting ready. They're jumping on the hook and then getting put in.
Yeah, it's filming.
So the boys have just been lifted in. They're up there now, just setting anchor points. They've obviously got 2 lines each, so they're just trying to find anchor points for all of that that's not going to get in the way. And I think the plan is Taylor's going to sling the limbs and Nate's going to cut them. So Nate's got a radio on him. It's going back to the driver in the cab. The boys have got their still comms on, so they're communicating. And then we just set the other side. We've got the 2 canters, the Mog, the Bandit and the Digger out there. So they're just going to sling it out, drop it down, straight through the Bandit. Then Grizzly is waiting on the road, ready for timber. So yeah, it should be a good slick day. We'll try and get as much as we can. The boys got GoPros on. It is hot. It's about 28 degrees I think at the moment. It is warm. So yeah, sweaty old day for us, so let's crack on. So it's been a while, but those viewers that have been here for a long time may remember the chip box for the Mog. We put that on first thing this morning, just for a bit of extra capacity. We've got 1 canter, another canter behind there, and then the Mog. So we're hoping we can get all the chip on. And then we've left the Grizzly out on the road, just see that through the railings, for when the timber starts coming down. So yeah, chip box back on, side tip activated. Nice to have a little bit more capacity. So not how we thought the day was going to go. It's the first time we've had this happen, but we've just had a TPO slapped on the tree. Councillor turned up, said it's now got TPO on it, stop works, any other works need to be done on an application. So yeah, not really sure where we go with this, but we will not be craning any more out today. I'll show you what the tree looks like in a second. It's unstable now, it's pretty one-sided. We're just going to do a bit of a visual tree inspection on it. There's a couple of cavities in the base and in the stem, so we're just going to jump up and get some pictures of all of that to help the application. But yeah, it's a bit of a shame. Everything's done correctly. We've emailed the council, checked the site for TPO constraints, confirmed there's nothing, had their map sent through. They've said no TPOs, so we've cracked on, we've done our checks. We suspect there's probably a couple of members of public and maybe a couple of teachers here that, don't want to see it go, so have kicked up a stink. So yeah, not ideal, but it is what it is. It's all part of the job. So we'll figure out what's going on and hopefully can finish the tree off and get the rest of the framework done at some point in the future. So that's how much we've taken out. It's a fair proportion of the tree, it's probably just over a third. So yeah, left like that. Doesn't want us to clean the step cuts off, so they are all staying up there. Really isn't how I like to leave things, but it is what it is. That is how this is being left. Big loads only for Bert today. How ridiculous does that look? All of that little pile of wood. She's full up with chip though. Oh well, another day done. Off she goes, the old grizzly, coming out of Twickenham. Oh well, off we go, Nath, after our little smack bottom.
Oh well. Someone say pub?
Oh, can't wait for a pint. Pint, eh?
Huh?
Pint. Good. Yeah, PC for the YouTube, thank you for that. Ben, quack that out. So that is all for this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Something a bit different. Bit cable bracing, helping retain some trees, and an absolute shocker on that crane job. We're still waiting to hear about what's going to happen with that, but I believe the ball is rolling, so hopefully we can get that wrapped up. So yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks very much.